I really like to give the neurotypical helper a few more key points as to really going into why it's so hard to be the helper, the teacher there. And that is not being able to use the golden rule. As a neurotypical person, you have social skills on easy mode. You can use the golden rule, and that means there are a lot less rules for you. You don't have the rule. You don't have to think about the rule of surprising somebody for their birthday. You would want to surprise, therefore you surprise somebody else. It all boils down to that one little, put yourself in the other person's shoes, and that's one of your struggles. Imagine you're a contractor and you know how to build a house. You started at the bottom and you worked your way up till you can take any blueprint and direct a bunch of people to build this house. Then plop you back, in the Stone Ages, where there's no nails, no wheels, no levels, no rulers. You don't have all the tools to build a house. Well, did people back then build houses? Yes, they built some pretty nice houses. They were a little different than what you've built. But I think you're far ahead of me, who's never built a house, to figure out how to do it without any of those tools. I think all of your experience can apply. You just have to realize that you do have to make some significant changes, not having that golden rule. If you tell them to do this, and if you can figure out, we got to figure out what else to do, rather than using that, help them understand the other person's point of view. You can be much more helpful than you might realize, because we talk about the autistic person's helplessness. I've talked to a lot of family members who just, that's one of the, just feel like, it's impossible. We cannot teach them. One lady told me, I have no idea how to teach my son social skills. And I think she does. And I think she found out that she does. She just had no idea what she was up against. There's some fear of the dark there. When what we're up against is unknown, it's scarier than it is when we turn on the light and see what it really is. One of the main things, going back to something we covered earlier, is realizing that difficulty isn't failure, and that she would try to explain something, and her kid would go out and try something similar, but of course get the context wrong, and that was a case where basically it was like, same building, wrong room. Very, something talked about with peers was applied to an adult, and realizing, no, that's progress. It's just like, no, now you learn that that difference, and that's how you teach.